Nintendo Directs are such a wonderful time to be in the Nintendo community for. It's the time where everybody gets to share their hopes and dreams of what games they think might happen. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. So in this video, I'm going to go over my 7 predictions for this week's Nintendo Direct. And of course, at the time of me recording this video, there is no guarantee that there is going to be a Direct, only rumors. But just in case, f*** it, why not? Starting off with prediction number 1, I think that we are going to hear from Pokemon Legends Z to A again, but in a very specific way. I don't think we're necessarily going to hear all that much more about gameplay, story, anything like that. What I think we're going to see is a Mega Evolution blowout. I'm not saying we're going to see every single Mega Evolution that is going to be featured in this game that is new, but what I'm kind of thinking is going to happen is we might see 3 or 4, maybe even 5, depending on like how many new Mega Evolutions there are in total, just to start to build up the hype, because like the game is coming out very soon. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, I know it's coming out in October, so it's the time for the hype cycle, really. The second prediction I have is that we are going to finally see a brand new Fire Emblem. Sorta. It's been such a long time that we've been hearing just these rumors of a Fire Emblem 4 Genealogy of the Holy War remake, and there has been evidence. I've already made a video about it on my channel, so like go check that out next. But yeah, it's time for a new Fire Emblem game, and I think it would be a great cross-platform game where there could be a Switch 2 version and a Switch 1 version. Because if you do think about it as well, during the 3DS era, I'm pretty sure I already explained this in the other video, you know what, just go see that next. The third prediction I'm going to make is that we are going to get another update, well, I say another, our first update I should say, on Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. I don't know, despite this being the first Nintendo Direct that will be happening in the Switch 2 generation, I think people also need to keep in mind that the Switch 1 is still a thing, and most people on planet Earth that own a Switch system has the Switch 1 and not the Switch 2. So they're clearly going to keep making games and updates for the Switch 1 still for a little while, because that is their moneymaker at the moment for Nintendo. I'm not exactly sure what they could showcase for this game, because I've never played really the first one. One of my friend's little sister used to have Tomodachi Life on the 3DS, and I did think it looked fun and amusing, I guess, but I never went out to buy it for myself. I just enjoyed to watch her play it instead. But I do expect there to at least be a release date. So yeah, hopefully we'll get to see that. The fourth announcement I think is going to happen during this Nintendo Direct is an update to the NSO lineup, meaning a new game. But what game exactly could be dropping? Well, I don't know if you remember a while ago, but people were starting to line up the silhouette, or a blurred silhouette, with a clip that was in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, I believe. And it was hinting towards Smash 64 coming to NSO Online. Now, a lot of people could kind of argue that, you know, they'll never bring Smash 64 to Switch Online, because in the same way that, like, they'll probably never bring Pokemon Red or Blue over because it just kind of provides too much value. I don't think people will not buy Smash Ultimate in favor of just playing Smash 64. Now, Smash 64 is literally one of my favorite games of all time. It's just so nostalgic for me. I love it so much. But I can't see why it would cause an issue, especially if there's a new Smash Bros. Game that, like, you know, let's be honest, will be coming to Switch 2. I think it's just a really good time to drop it in the program either way. So I'm really hoping that it happens. My fifth prediction of what I think we could see in this Nintendo Direct is another update on Rhythm Heaven Groove, if you even remember that game. Even though they have kind of already stated that the game is only coming out next year, I think this game could be coming a lot sooner than some people might expect. I think this game could be a very early 2026 game, because it's not a game that's like all that revolutionary, or like neither a game I think takes as long as for instance a Legend of Zelda game to produce, and I think Nintendo just kind of wants to get this game out of their system. So I think we might see a update on the game, as in just some more gameplay, even though I'm pretty sure we already know what to expect, but I also would expect at least a release date. My sixth prediction is of a game that has become almost like a meme status game, almost like Silksong, and of course that's Metroid Prime 4. We do know that this game is approaching completion. It took us forever and a day to finally get our first update, and it was very well welcomed when we first saw it last June. But the game comes out this year, and I'm not sure if you know this, but we're September, and December's gonna creep up on us like at warp speed as it always does, and we're kind of running out of runway for this game to land in 2025. So if it's not shown at this direct, I will be absolutely flabbergasted. And I mean that regardless on whether it's delayed or not, because if it's not delayed, and it's also not featured here, I have no sweet clue what they're doing with this game. But I would really expect a release date for Metroid Prime 4 this time around, and again, I think it's kind of just overdue. Before we go into the final prediction, where we try to predict the big one last thing, I have a bonus prediction, and that is we're going to get an update on Splatoon Raiders. The game was just kind of shadow announced on Twitter one day, and you know what? That's already weird enough because Splatoon is one of Nintendo's biggest franchises, so it's so weird from the get-go that they're just dropping that so nonchalantly. And I think this could be a really good occasion to, one, show us more gameplay, well, gameplay in general really, and just so we can kind of see what we can expect. I don't think there will be a release date per se, but I think it would be a very welcomed addition. Now, it's no secret that literally every single Nintendo Direct, there's always one more thing. And before they end off, they do one big announcement. And what could that game be? Personally, I think we could expect something from Next Level Games. If I had to play it safe, I think a really good game for this point in time would be Luigi's Mansion 4, because Next Level Games is not working on anything and they are known for Luigi's Mansion. But if I had to go on a whim and be a bit more creative, I want to see a new Punch-Out game. I really want to see a new Punch-Out game. I know my dad used to talk to me about how he used to play Punch-Out on the NES as a kid, and we kind of did already play it together on the NSO, which was really fun. And I think it would be really fun to just see a just new version of it. I never played Super Punch-Out, and I never played Punch-Out with the 2 exclamation points for the Wii, but I don't know, I just think it would be really fun to see. But with all that being said, I want to hear from you. First off, do you think there's going to be a Nintendo Direct this week? And second of all, if so, what do you expect to see? I want to know. Let me know down in the comments. I would once again like to thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. And if you did enjoy this video, why not check out another one? For whatever reason, YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy this one, so try checking out that one next. And until next time, Warao.